ఎంతమంది జాయిన్ అయ్యారో మీకు తెలుస్తుంది
తర్వాత వస్తుంది.
మరి జాయిన్ అయ్యారో లేదా?
Namaste everyone. Thank you all for joining HTGC Yoga online class. I will give a minute or two for other people to join in. I hope you're all doing well in this difficult time of social distance, difficult time of this lockdowns in Illinois and many other states. So this is a first class online. Hopefully this will bring us together, practice together remotely, wherever you are. And let's begin the practice as people are joining in. I hope you can see me, and you can feel free to give me feedback at the end of the class, or maybe you can chat. So we know the feedback. I don't know how the video is set up here. I'm not sure how clear the video is for you. Let's give it a try, but thank you all for joining. So let's begin with the breathing exercises, and which is the Omkar Pranayama. Begin deep inhalation into the belly. As we exhale through the mouth, start chanting the mantra Om. This relaxes your body, calms your mind, allows your body to take 8 times more oxygen. So this is really helpful to begin with the Omkar Pranayama. You can close your eyes if you like to. You can also do the Mula Bandha, root lock, and pull the rectal muscles up as you begin to inhale. And as you begin to exhale, do the Mula Bandha, and then exhaling from the deep inside your abdominal muscles, deep from that abdominal muscles, exhaling, chanting the mantra Om, all the 3 syllables, A, U, So let's begin. Continue a couple more times. Let's begin with the prayer. You can keep your eyes closed. Keep your palms in Anjali Mudra.
Vakratunda Mahakaya Shuddhakoti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kuru me Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarva Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Nandagapakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha Govindaya Namo Namaha Govindaya Namo Namaha
Slowly open your eyes. As you inhale, bring your arms up, reach up. Look up to the sky. As we elongate the spine, open up your throat muscles as well. Inhaling, deep inhale as you reach for the sky. As we exhale, slowly bring your arms down. Inhale again. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. As you push two walls away from you as we exhale, slowly relaxing your shoulder muscles. Slowly as you bring your chin down. As you inhale, as you look up, open your throat, looking up to the sky. As we exhale, slowly pushing the two walls away from you as you come down. Hope you can now hear my voice okay. I will try to speak slowly, as gently as possible. As you keep your left hand on the right side of the knee, bring your right hand up, and just slowly twisting your spine behind as you keep your right hand behind as you support your spine straight. This hand is not carrying any weight, just to keep the spine straight. The fingertips on the mat to support your spine straight. As you deep inhale, elongate the spine. As you exhale, deepen the twist. Turn your head back. Look through the right corners of the eye. Feel the stretch on your left side of the neck muscles. And as you're completely twisting from the bottom up, from the base of the spine all the way to the head. And slowly unwind, come back to the center. Reach up, inhale, both arms up, reach up. This time, place your right hand on the left side of the knee. Keep your left hand behind just to support your spine straight. As you elongate the spine, as we inhale, as we exhale, deepen the twist. Turn your head back and feel the stretch on your right side of the neck muscles. Look through the left corners of the eye. And you twist from the bottom up, from the base of the spine, all the way to the crown of the head, as you relax your shoulder muscles. Come back to the center again. Reach up. Inhale. This time, slowly bring your arms down. Keep your left hand on the mat and just stretch on the right side. Lateral stretch. Just turn your head towards the sky as you feel the stretch on your right side of the spine. As you feel the openness in your entire right side of the spine and arching your spine. There's no weight on the left hand on the mat. Just supporting. No weight on the palm at all. You don't need to bring your left hand all the way behind. Just keep it close to the body. There's just no weight on the hand. Come back to the center again. This time place your right hand on the mat. So don't keep it too far away. Don't keep it too close. Just keep it just enough distance so you can soften the elbow. There's no weight on the right hand. Extend the left side of the body. Look up and do a lateral stretch on the left side. Turn your head to the side and feel the stretch. And there's no weight on the right hand on the mat. And you're evenly sitting on both sit bones, whether you're sitting in crossed legs or you're sitting in Japanese style like Vajrasana, like I'm sitting. Your choice. Come back to the center. We'll do a few more warm-ups. If you're sitting in Vajrasana, you can open up your knees a little bit. So as you keep your palms up, reach up, elongate the spine, and then slowly fold forward. Place your hands on the mat. Feel the extension in your spine as you walk your hands forward. As you bring the chin towards the chest, forehead towards the ground. Feel that elongation in the entire spine, from the base of the spine all the way to the crown of the head. As you open up the three major energy channels along the spine, and also opening up all the energy centers along the spine. 7 major energy chakras there. Root chakra, sacral chakra, core chakra, heart center, throat center. The Ajna chakra between your eyebrows and the forehead, and the seventh chakra on the crown there. All of those seven major important energy chakras. So in each and every postures we do Hatha Yoga practice, we focus on each and every one of those, but specifically one or two chakras in one pose. It depends on which posture you're doing. So what chakras to focus on? I will remind you as we go along. Just keep that elongation in your spine as you feel that extension in your entire spine along the neck and the spine and your head all the way. You have the squeeze between your biceps. You can walk your both hands to the right side and feel the stretch on the left side of the body. Just like the lateral stretch we did at the before. Stretch and elongation. Keep the head squeezed between both biceps. Arms extended. And slowly come back to the middle. Hope you can hear me okay as I'm speaking to the ground here. Just walk your hands to the other side and feel the stretch on the right side of the spine now. Keep your head squeezed between both biceps. Arching your spine, feeling the stretch on the right side. Always move with your breath and connect with your breath. And slowly come back to the center. And slowly walk your hands behind. Hope you're following me along. I cannot see you as well, right? I cannot even see you. You can see me. Not like in the real live class at the temple. So place your hands, both hands behind this time. So arch your spine, open your heart, open your throat. There's no weight on the hands. Just feel that openness in your lower back, especially the sacrum, the sacral center. Also open up your heart center, open up your throat center as you deep backward bending here. Heart opening. This is a beautiful heart opening stretch. Continue to relax your shoulders, continue to breathe in, continue to breathe out. And slowly come back to the middle. So hopefully, there's a couple more warm-ups. Place just upper body warm-ups here. Place your hands on the shoulders. Just relax. Rotate your shoulders behind. Just let the blood circulate. Deep inhalation, deep exhalation. Halfway inhaling, halfway exhaling. Now change direction. Inhaling, go the opposite side. Halfway and exhaling halfway. Also relax your neck muscles. Deep inhalations, deep exhalations. Okay, just loosen up your shoulders, loosen up your hands, wrists, loosen up your fingers. Rotate, you can hold on to the right hand with the support of your left hand. Just hold on to the wrist and rotate the wrist. So you're not rotating the whole hand or whole arm here, just rotating the wrist. Just focus on loosening up the wrist muscles. Change direction. Eventually, you don't need to even hold it. You should be able to do without holding it. Say other hand, with support of the right hand. So just to support, you're not rotating the entire arm. Just hold on to the arm, just rotate your wrist. You can make a tight fist and rotate wrist the opposite way. So when you're conscious of doing this, you don't need to hold it. You should be able to do it without holding it. So some beginners will do like rotating the arms. That doesn't help relaxing wrist muscles. So we do a couple more warm-ups and then we begin to set the intention and start the practice. So come into our fours. Arms right below the shoulders, spine in the neutral. Knees are hip distance apart. So this is At the beginning, the spine is in the neutral, horizontal to the ground. Relax your hip muscles, lower back muscles, neck muscles. Now as you inhale, slowly lift your tailbone high, look up to the sky, and then arch your spine, like just relaxing your pelvic tilt, relaxing your pelvic muscles there, the lower back muscles, lifting your tailbone up in the cow pose. Inhaling. Exhale and slowly drop your hips down, relax your entire pelvic muscles, suck your belly in, chin to the chest, round your spine, like you're doing the cat pose, angry cat. Suck your belly in, engage your core muscles. Inhaling slowly, coming up into cow. Exhaling slowly, back to cat. Engage your abdominal muscles as you pull the abdominal muscles in, as you're coming up into cat. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. So when you come back to the neutral, this time you're going to support a balance on the right hand and the left knee. Extend the right leg back. Keep the spine in the neutral at the beginning. Keep your hips leveled, horizontal. Extend your left arm. Now you can look to the forward. Deep inhale. Engage your kick with the heel. Toes turn towards the bottom of the floor. Engage your right leg all the way. Deep inhale. Exhale, right knee to the chest. Round your spine. Suck your belly in, like you do in the cat. And elbow to the knee. The left elbow to the right knee. The knee, the thigh is supposed to be touching your chest. And then the left elbow to the right knee. Extend. This time you can kick the leg up as we come into cow. Sometimes we call it tigress. Just arching your spine, kicking the leg high, balancing on the right hand and the left knee. And then exhale, rounding your spine like you're doing the angry cat. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. As we balance on the right hand and the left knee. Slowly come back to neutral. Now this time we're going to switch. Balancing on the left palm on the right knee, extending the left leg back, engaging your left leg, toes turn towards the bottom of the floor, engaging, kicking with the heel of the left leg, engaging the entire left leg. Now slowly extend your right arm. You can even look forward. Deep inhale. As you exhale, left knee to the chest, right elbow to the left knee. Round your spine like you do in the cat. Inhale. This time you can kick the leg high as you arch your spine like you do in the cow pose. Sometimes we call tigress. Deep inhalation. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. So these are cat cows. Slowly. And anytime during this rest of the class, you can always come into child's pose. You can spread your knees, sit between your heels, keeping the spine straight, arms extended, forehead to the ground, to forehead to the mat. And this is the normal resting child's pose. And you're welcome to come into this pose during the rest of the class. Just resting, deep inhaling, deep exhaling, allowing all the energy channels opening up, allowing all the energy chakras opening up in the child's pose as you relax in this, deeply relaxing in this pose. Slowly relax your shoulders, bring your arms behind. And slowly come up. Okay, so those are a few, but let's do one last warm up. Lie down on the mat. entirely, almost like you're coming into Shavasana, but we're not doing the Shavasana until the end. Just keeping the entire spine in the neutral, legs extended, palms facing up. Allow the entire body touch the ground as we melt into the ground here. Keep the right leg extended, engaged. Fold your left knee. Interlace your hands and pull the left knee to the chest as you engage the right leg on the mat, and pull the left knee all the way to the chest, all the way. Engage your navel muscles, engage your abdominal muscles. Take a deep inhale. And as we exhale, chin to the chest, forehead to the knee. Ardha Pavan Muktasana. Engage your navel area. No more inhales, no more exhales after doing the chin lock here. Throat lock here. If you're getting out of breath, just relax the chin lock, bring the head down, take a deep inhale. That's the idea. So no more inhales, no more exhales after the chin lock. Relax your left leg. Engage the left leg on the mat, fold your right knee. And interlace your hands, interlace your fingers. And as you pull the right leg, right knee to the chest or to the right shoulder all the way. When you cannot pull the knee any more closer to the shoulders, keep engaging the left leg on the mat. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, chin to the chest, forehead to the right knee. Engage your abdominal muscles. And after you do the chin lock, no more inhales, no more exhales. And when you get out of the breath, slowly release the chin lock, bring the head down, take a deep inhale, and relax the right leg. So this time we're going to do both knees bent. This is the last one, Pavan Muktasana. As you keep your tailbone down, this is the hard part. When you do the Pavan Muktasana, your tailbone tends to lift up, but try to keep the tailbone down. As you hug your both knees to the chest, wrap your left arm around it, wrap your right arm around it, and try to give yourself a really tight hug. And then as you keep the tailbone down, take a deep inhale, and slowly bring the chin to the chest, forehead to the knee. No more inhales, no more exhales. After the chin lock, and release the chin lock, and you need to take a deep inhale and relax both legs. So hopefully we're slowly warming up, keeping the right leg straight, folding the left knee one last time. This time you can pull the right leg all the way to the left leg all the way to the right side. As a twist, add a twist, extend the left arm, and opening up your left side, lower back muscles there. Keeping both shoulders on the mat, turn your head to one side. And we will do same thing on the other side too, but just make sure your lower back is loosening up. The lower back muscles are loosening up, and feel the stretch and openness in this twist as you keep both shoulders on the mat. Turning your head, looking at the left hand all the way. Slowly come back to the side, center again. And folding your right knee and tightly, and then pull the right knee to the left side this time. As you extend the right arm, keeping both shoulders on the mat, look towards the right hand. As you're deepening the twist, and feel the openness in your lower back muscles. Feel the stretch and relaxing your lower tight muscles in the lower back. Extend your right arm. And slowly come back to the center. Okay, those are a few warm-ups. Not everything, we covered everything. And slowly sit up. I would like to do set intention for the practice in this time of solitude, times of social distancing. We could turn inwardly, take this as a spiritual retreat, as an opportunity for a spiritual retreat. The most important thing is we all need to limit our activities because we are stuck inside the homes most of the time. So try to limit not only limiting the physical activities, but also focusing on your emotional side, focusing on your mental side. It's an important thing in this difficult time. And how does it work? Like when we practice Hatha Yoga, we have no specific goal in mind. Unlike in many other religious practices, you have certain goals. But here the goal, we don't focus on a specific goal. We focus on the present moment. We focus on the present action and the present moment. That's the most important part. That's how we focus. That's how there's no other than that, there's no specific goal. Like in Zen Buddhism, there is a saying that clay Buddhist statue cannot get through the water, the clay Buddha. And then wooden Buddha statue cannot get through the fire, it will be burnt. And the same thing with the bronze Buddha statue, it cannot get through the furnace, it will melt. So if you focus on a single objective, we will be one of those. We cannot get through every hurdle. But if you focus on the present moment and the present actions, you would realize your own true real Buddha nature. And that is what the ultimate goal is. There's no specific goal. That's just an indirect result of the practice. Just focusing on the present moment and the present action. That's how we truly express ourselves. That's how we truly limit ourselves and turn the direction of the focus inwardly rather than outwardly. Hopefully this spiritual retreat in this times of solitude, social distancing, would all renew us, renew our spirits, help each other. And stay active, stay healthy, stay positive. That's how I think this is the helpful practice for this beginning of this. Starting today, there is a lockdown in Illinois, so hopefully this will help. So with that, we begin with some salutations and begin the rest of the Hatha Yoga practice. Just only thing that you just keep focused on one present moment and one present action only. So let's all stand up and do some salutations. I have Rama is also practicing with me. She's right here in the room. As I need, I will ask her to come. So I don't know if I need to turn my mat so I can look at you, or you can look at me. So let's begin. Come to the front of the mat. Maybe I need to go a little behind. So as you come to the front of the mat, palms into Anjali Mudra. This is the first posture in sun salutation. As you inhale, reach up. Keep your head squeezed between your biceps as you extend your arms, opening up your throat, as you're deepening the back bend. Keeping your hips forward as you're deepening the back bend. And as you come back to neutral, as we exhale, slowly fold forward like a swan dive. As you bend your knees, chest to the thighs, forehead to the knees. Relax your lower back muscles. Engage your sacrum, engage your second energy center. This is the forward bend, deepen Uttanasana. Engaging your sacrum. Forehead to the knees. Come halfway up, Ardha Uttanasana. Keep the spine neutral, horizontal to the ground. Place your hands on your shins. Exhale, complete forward bend. Uttanasana. Place your hands on the mat, arms on the mat. Step back with right leg all the way into lunge. And as you lift your head up, focus on the forehead. You can also come onto the fingertips if you like. You can also keep the right leg knee on the mat. There's lots of choices here. You can also keep the toes on the mat. You can also extend the toes. There's lots of choices here. And completely focused on your Ajna chakra here. Palms on the mat. Step back to the left leg. Spine and the leg. And the legs in a straight line. Coming into flying Palakasana. Engaging your navel area. Supporting your body weight on your both palms. Hip shoulder distance apart. Spine and the neck, and everything is in a straight line. Take a deep inhale. This time we will do Astanga Namaskara, knees on the mat. Soften the elbows, just on the mat, chin on the mat. Hips are not touching the ground. There are 8 points of contact. And then slowly lower your hips down. On the mat, just use your back strength as you look up to the sky. Bhujangasana. Deep inhale. As you exhale, slowly push your body weight onto your palms as you come up into the downward facing dog. Spine in a straight line, legs in a straight line. As you try to press your heels down. This is a deep relaxation pose, like child's pose. Downward facing dog is a relaxing pose. Completely extend your spine straight, press your heels down, lift your tailbone. Feel free to bend your knees. Keep the spine straight. As you head squeeze between your biceps, chin to the chest. And prepare to come into the 3-leg down dog. Lift the right leg up. Deep inhale. As you slowly pull the knee to the chest, step forward, right leg inside your right hand. Back to the lunge. Lift your head up, focus on the forehead, on the Ajna chakra. Feel free to keep your left knee on the mat. Relaxing. Sometimes we keep the left knee up, sometimes we keep the left knee down. Especially if we go into Anjaneyasana asana, we keep the left knee down. Low lunge or a normal lunge. So your choice. Engage your forehead, engage your Ajna chakra on the forehead, and prepare to step forward with the left leg, back to Uttanasana. Feel free to bend your knees, chest on your thighs, forehead to the knees. Engage your sacrum. And prepare to do reverse swan dive. Look up as you reach up to the sky. Palms into Anjali Mudra. Keep your head squeezed between your biceps and deepen the back bend. Keeping your hips forward, opening up your throat muscles, opening up your heart chakra. You're not falling back, you're not leaning back, just arching back. Come back to the neutral, palms back to the heart center. So this is the beginning and the ending pose of consolidation. So when you end the consolidation, you can relax your shoulders, bring your arms down. Before we begin the second consolidation, close your eyes. Feel the evenness in your balance, weighting, shifting onto both feet evenly. You may feel that you're shifting one side to the other side, but eventually you will stabilize, even in this simple mountain pose. And this is sometimes we call it samasthiti, because we come into the state of mind, which is equanimous, which is neutral to pain and pleasure, happiness and sadness, success and failure, victory and defeat. We are even to every circumstance. We are calm and even and focused on the present moment and the present action. So let's begin this second consolidation. Palms back to the heart center, close to the heart center. Inhale, reach up, all the way up, arch back, deepen the back bend, open up your throat, keep your hips forward. You're not falling back, you're just arching back. Come back to the neutral again, exhale, swan dive. Hinge from the hips, elongate the spine. As you feel free to bend your knees, chest on your thighs, fingertips right next to the feet, forehead to the knees. Uttanasana completely. Just as a precaution, you can bend your knee
Those who are very flexible, you can straighten your knees as you engage your sacrum. Inhale, come halfway up, Ardha Uttanasana. Deep inhale. Place your hands on your shins. Keep the spine, entire spine neutral, horizontal to the ground. Exhale. Complete Uttanasana. Now, gently keeping your palms on the mat, or fingertips on the mat. Step back with the left leg. You're going to do left side this time. As you come into the lunge, head up, focus on the forehead. Feel free to keep your left knee on the mat. Your choice. Low lunge or normal lunge. Relax shoulder muscles. Look up. Focus on your Ajna chakra. Deep inhale. Place both palms on the mat. Sit back with the right leg into plank, Palkasana. Suck your belly in. Engage your core. Engage your navel area, spine, and the legs and the neck. Everything is in a straight line. Arms or shoulder width apart. Take a deep inhale. Let's do Ashtanga Namaskara. This time also, keep the knees on the mat. Soften the elbows, chest on the mat, chin on the mat. 8 pounds of fat, traditionally no weight. Weight is equally distributed on all 8 points of contact. Lower the hips down, extending your legs all the way behind. No weight without shifting any weight to the palms as you lift your upper body up. Roll your eyes up, relax your shoulders. Coming into Bhujangasana. Deep inhale. No weight on the palms at all. Relax your shoulders. And as you press your palms on the mat, as you come up into downward facing dog, keep lifting your tailbone high. Keep the spine in a straight line. Trying to pressing your heels down as needed. If you can bend your knees, your choice. Lift your tailbone high, spine in the neutral. Eventually, you should be able to keep both heels on the mat. Deep inhalation, deep exhalation. When you come into this downward facing dog, as I told you, it's a relaxing pose. You stay here for 3 cycles of breath. The Ashtanga Yoga actually they stay 5 cycles of breath, 2 cycles of breath in the downward facing dog. Deep inhalations, deep exhalations. It's a deep relaxation pose. As you lift your left leg up, back to the 3-leg down dog. And prepare to pull the left knee to the chest as you step inside your left hand back to the lunge all the way. If your leg landed here, just try to help yourself, bring it forward all the way. So as you lift your head up, focus on the forehead, back to lunge. Feel free to keep the back leg knee on the mat, your choice, but relax your shoulder muscles. Deep inhale. As you step forward, fold forward again, back to Uttanasana. Chest on your thighs, forehead to the knees. Engage your sacrum. And prepare to reverse swan dive all the way up. Arms into Anjali Mudra. Keep your hips forward as you deepen the back bend, opening up your throat. You're not falling back, just arching back. Opening up your throat, opening up your heart. Extend your elbows, help. Slowly come back to neutral, palms back to the heart center. And bring your arms down, close your eyes, back to Samasthiti, the mountain pose. Feel the evenness in your body, in your mind. Feel that equilibrium in the state of mind, the equanimous state of mind. Deep cycles of breath as you relax in this mountain pose. Feel the neutral. Inhaling, exhaling. Let's begin with the second consolidation, the second series of consolidation. This time we will do like variations of consolidation A and consolidation B. So palms back to the heart center. And slowly come into chair pose. As you bend your knees, lift your toes, shift the weight to the heels. As you bring your arms up, prepare to do like stabilize. You look down, your knees are right above the toes, not past the toes, just above the toes. But as you're not standing up, you just bend. As you're sitting down, like you're sitting on a chair, lift your toes, shift the weight to the heels. And here you can bring your palms to the heart center. You can also do a twist here. You can right elbow outside of the left knee. And then join your palms and then press your left palm on the right palm as you deepen the twist. Like you're adding a side praying pose in the chair pose with Utkatasana. Come back to the neutral again. As you bring your elbows together, twist to the other side. Left elbow outside of your right knee. You press your right palm on top of the left as you deepen the twist. As you bring your Anjali Mudra to the center of your heart. Inhale. Inhale. Back to the center, back to Utkatasana, and then completely Uttanasana. Forward bend. Engage your navel area, both arms on the mat. You can walk your feet back or jump your feet back into Kapalakasana, into plank. Rest, take a deep inhale here. This time we will try to do Chaturangas. If anyone have a difficulty doing Chaturangas, 4 limbs pose, you can do Ashtanga Namaskara, 8 limbs pose, like you did last time. Tuck your belly in, deep inhale. As you exhale, soften the elbows, body hovering over the ground, elbows right next to the body. Engage your navel area. Body, there's only 4 points of contact. The body is not touching the mat. Chin up. Now here we're going to slowly come into upward facing dog. As you come up, as you inhale, your body weight on your palms, knees are off the ground, point. You can point your toes behind. Relax your shoulder muscles like you did in the cobra. And press the mat, palms on the mat, come up into downward facing dog. As you rest in this downward facing dog, lifting your tailbone high, full cycles of breath. Deep inhalations, deep exhalations.
Sorry, the music stops. Spotify account is being used on another device.
As you rest in this downward facing dog, full cycles of breath, right leg up to the sky, back to 3 leg down dog. Step forward with the right foot. As you step inside your right hand, back to lunge. Now here we're going to do, first we start with the low lunge, keep the left knee on the mat, and come into Anjaneyasana. As you open your heart, deepening the back bend, palms into Anjali Mudra. This is the Anjaneyasana, just lifting your heart center, opening up your throat center, deepening the back bend. And you can also do lots of variations in Anjaneyasana. You can extend, open up your arms. You can also interlock your hands behind, interlace your hands behind as you bring your shoulder blades together, as you extend your elbows. And continue to focus on your breathing. Deep inhalations, deep exhalations. So you're not going to run out of the energy. And you keep relaxing your entire muscle, all the muscles in your body, as you stay focused on the present action. Not the future action, not the past action, the present action. Slowly come back to the Anjaneyasana again, and fingertips back on the mat. This time we're going to lift the left knee up. We're going to turn the back foot into pigeon toes, like both legs are like hip distance apart. The back leg toes turn into pigeon toes. The heel is on the mat. Your hips are facing forward. Front knee is bent. Back leg is straight. As you come up into warrior one. Front knee. The important thing is front knee is bent. Thigh is parallel to the mat. Back leg is straight. Legs are hip distance apart. Continue to inhale. Continue to exhale. Feel free to join your palms if that's easy for you. As you squeeze your head between your biceps. You can also do Uttara Bodhi Mudra if you like. Finding your index fingers on the thumbs and interlacing the rest of the fingers, signifying the
unification, signifying the oneness amongst all of us. If you slowly opening up as you feel the strain on the right thigh, just relax your right leg. Just relax your right leg for a second. Right? We may be taking some breaks during these the crazy times last week. So it may take a while to get back to the practice. So keep both legs extended, align your feet in one straight line, and extend your arms. Hope you can see me okay. Look towards the fingertips. As you reach forward and prepare to come into the triangle pose. Keep both legs are straight, both shoulders are straight as you look up to the sky. As you bring the right hand to the ground, left hand to the sky, as you look up. Deep inhale, and then exhale. Relax your breathing in this pose. As you inhale, reach to the heavens. As you exhale, reach to the Mother Earth. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling, exhaling. Let's do the reverse revolved triangle pose. So bring the left hand down, right hand up. Naturally, we cannot keep the same distance in the revolved triangle. If you may fall down, you may not be stable in this pose. The goal is to keep both hips in one straight line, shoulders in one straight line. You squeeze between two walls or two mirrors. So that's how we do in the triangle, and that's how we want to plan to do it in the revolved triangle. But we cannot do that. So this hip comes down. So naturally, we may want to narrow the distance. We may want to narrow the distance so we can keep aligning entire body. You can also, the block will really help here. Feel free to use the block as you come into the revolved triangle. As you keep the left hand down and right hand up. Still try to maintain your entire body in one plane. As you look to the sky, as you reach to the sky, as you inhale, as you exhale. Deep inhalations, deep exhalations. Stabilize in this pose. Inhale, exhale. If this isn't enough, you can also bring the right hand behind as you lift the right shoulder up. You can do lots of variations even in this pose. So back to the triangle. So when you come back to triangle, you may not need the block. You can increase the distance. You can do lots. Again, if you need block, feel free to use the block. Back to triangle. And then here we're going to bend the front leg. This is the side angle pose. As you inhale, still no weight on the hand on the mat around the block. As you keep your shoulders aligned, front leg is bent, back leg is straight. That's the only difference between the triangle and the side angle is the front knee bent. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Now left hand down on the mat. This is a revolved side angle pose. So again, same principle. You may need to narrow the distance. Your choice as you come into the revolved side angle pose. You use a block. It helps you as you keep your shoulders aligned. Look up to the sky. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. You notice there is a gentle weight on the left palm on the block. Gentle, not much. As your shoulders aligned, look up to the sky. You can also wrap your hand behind it. Again, the principle, the forgot to mention, the front knee is bent, right? It's the side angle, revolved side angle, not the revolved triangle. It's a revolved side angle. Front knee is still bent. That's the hard part. Just how do you do that? Again, you can make some adjustments. You may want to lift the heel of the back foot as you pivot on the back foot because the front knee is bent. This may be easier if you want to keep the front knee bent. It may be easier if you just lift the back leg heel on up towards the sky. Very good. So back to the side angle. When you come back to side angle, you can lower the heel back on the mat. Back leg heel on the mat. And here, front knee is still bent. Here we're going to twist or windmill, right hand forward, left hand back into warrior two. This is a challenging pose. Front knee bent, back leg straight. Inhale, look to the front towards the middle finger. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, turn your palms up, revolve or reverse warrior. Keep the front knee bent. Inhale,
exhale. Inhale, exhale. Look your face in the mirror in your right palm. Front knee is still bent. No weight on the hand. Left hand. Back to warrior two. Very nice. Now let's windmill your arms. Back to this lunge, normal lunge. Step back to the right leg. Back to the Paladasana. Deep inhale. As we exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Full cycle of breath. As you stay relaxed in this downward facing dog, lift your tailbone high. Give yourself enough time for breathing. For 3 cycles of breath. You can also practice Ujjayi breathing. Inhaling through the throat center, exhaling through the throat center. Enjoy this. Full cycles of breath. We're going to finish up this consolidation B here, or C, you can call it C, on the right side. Step forward. First of all, lift the right leg up, back to 3-leg down dog. And step forward with the right foot, inside your right hand. Back to lunge. Step back, step forward with the back leg too. First on your thighs, and back to Utkatasana, back to chair pose. Palms to the heart center. Back to mountain pose. Close your eyes. Relax your shoulders. Feel the equanimous state of mind. Also feel your breath. If you like to place your left hand on your tummy, right hand on the left side of your chest on your heart. As you inhale, the belly rises up. As we exhale, the belly goes down. But also notice your heartbeat. Notice how fast you breathing, or how slow you're breathing, or how fast. Most likely we're all breathing very fast after doing that series. Just relax your breath. Relax, calm your mind. Close your eyes. Just notice your breathing. Notice how fast you're breathing. That's the important part. Just slowly, intentionally calm your breath. Relax your breath. Calm your mind. Okay, let's begin this consolidation. See again on the other side. Comes back to the heart. You know the sequence, same thing. Just back to Utkatasana. Chair pose. Lift your toes, shift the weight to the heels. If you like to do side twist, that's fine, but let's do a different pose this time. In the chair pose, let's do a different one. Shift the weight to the left leg and lift the right knee up. Like one leg sitting stance. Wrap your right leg over the left. No space between those thighs. And then wrap your right arm below the left arm. This is the Garudasana. There's no space between your thighs, no space. Wrapping your right arm below the left elbow. Just pull the both elbows up as you balance on one leg. If you're not able to see, you can bring your elbows down, look to the front. Like the eagle has the sharpest vision. It looks 100 miles ahead. It looks on the other side of the mountain. It has the big picture. So that's what we need to focus on in these difficult times. Focus on the bigger, the wholesome, the complete picture, not just the tiny little bits and pieces of the information. We need to look at the whole. Unwrap your arms, back up, unwrap your legs. Now shift the weight to the right leg, like you're going into the side, like one leg chair pose on the other side. Wrap your left leg over the right, no space between those thighs. And wrap your left arm below the right, no space as you wrap your arms around too. Just sit down, squat down on one leg chair pose. Or Garudasana, lift your elbows high, relax your shoulders. Engage your breath. Breathe in. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. And if you like to see in the front, just bring your elbows down. Keep your spine in the neutral, straight line. Look into the infinite distance. Inhale, exhale. Try to develop that wholesome, bigger, total sum Total picture. Slowly come back up. Unwrap your arms. Back to Uttanasana. Chair pose. Just on your thighs. Both arms on the mat. You can walk your feet back or jump your feet back to Pradasana. Engage your navel area deep head. This time we will do Chaturanga. If that is too hard for you, do the Ashtanga. Soften the elbows. Body hovering over the ground, elbows right next to the body. And inhale, slowly come up into upward facing dog. Relax your shoulders. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lifting your tailbone, relax, take the moment here. This is the relaxing moment. Lift your tailbone high, press your heels down. Engage the navel area, chin to the chest. Continue to focus on the breath. Dry breathing if possible. Feel free to bend your knees. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling, exhaling. Full cycles of breath. If your heart is racing, slow down. If you like to take a child's pose, your choice. Full cycles of breath. Now this time, lift the left leg up to the sky. Back to the three-leg down dog. Look between your hands. And step forward, left leg inside your left hand. All the way forward, back to the lunge. Forehead, focus on the forehead. Now lower the back knee on the mat. Low lunge. And prepare to come into Anjaneyas. Open your heart, open your throat. You have the squeeze between your biceps. Open up your arm, both arms. Interlock your hands behind. As you extend your elbows, as you bring your shoulder blades together, as you deepen the back bend. Open your throat. Inhale. Exhale. Full circle. Back to Anjaneyasana. And fingertips back on the mat, back to the lunge. This time, we're going to switch. Look behind, the back foot, both legs are hip distance apart. So make sure your legs are hip distance apart, like they're on the two different railroad tracks. And to keep the heel on the mat, toes on the pigeon toes, front knee is bent, back leg is straight, and come into warrior one. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Back leg is straight, hips are facing forward, shoulders are facing forward. You can add a deep back bend even in the warrior stance. You can join your palms, point the index finger on the thumbs, wrap the rest of the fingers like the Bodhi Mudra. Full cycles of breath. You can also open up your arms. You can do lots of variations even in the warrior one. But if your leg is straight, you straighten the leg. Now align your feet in one behind the other. Hips are facing sideways. Extend your arms. Prepare to go into the triangle pose. Look to the front, reach forward. Left arm down, right arm up. This is the pose. Imagine you squeeze between your two mirrors, or two planes, two walls. Full cycles of breath. As you inhale, reach to the sky. As you exhale, reach to the Mother Earth. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling, exhaling. If you need a block, feel free to use a block, even in the triangle pose. So slowly we will do a revolved triangle pose. As you bring the right palm on the mat. Naturally, I explained earlier, you need to narrow the distance slightly so you can still maintain that squeeze between your two biceps as you're gently keeping the right palm on the block or on the mat as you lift the left arm up. Inhale, exhale. Try to keep both legs straight. That's the challenge here in the revolved triangle. If you're losing balance, just smile and get back. No one is judging. That's the beauty of the yoga practice. There's no specific goal other than focused on the present action. on the present moment. Deep inhale, deep exhale. Deep inhale, deep exhale. Back to the triangle pose. So when you come back to triangle pose, you can extend the distance. But here we're going to side angle pose, front knee bent. So side angle pose. I'm using a block because that's just what makes it easier for me. The goal is to keep your shoulders aligned, hips aligned. Feel the stretch and openness in your heart. Look to the sky as you inhale. Look down. Now, revolved side angle pose is a little bit challenging. It's much similar to the revolved triangle pose. Keep your right palm on the mat. This time, lift the heel of the back foot. Pivot on the toes of the back foot as you swing into the revolved side angle pose. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Slowly, left hand back on the mat and lower the heel back to the side angle pose. And here, you want to windmill your arms, left arm forward, right arm back. Front knee is still bent, warrior two. Lift to the middle finger of your left hand. Notice your hips are still aligned, the shoulders are still aligned. Back foot is turned to pigeon toes. Lift to the center, to the middle finger. Keep breathing. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Turn your palm, left palm up. Reverse warrior. Front knee is still bent. Don't ease up on the front leg. Keep the front knee still bent. Inhale, exhale. Back to warrior two. So here we're going to end this consolidation. Both palms on the mat. Back to the lunge. And then step back to the left leg. Back to plank. Deep inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Relax your shoulder muscles. Knees off the ground. Exhale, downward facing dog. Enjoy the full deep cycles of breath. Practice ujjayi breathing if you can. Inhaling through the throat, exhaling through the throat center. Lifting your tailbone high, relaxing, pressing your heels down. Enjoy. Deep, relaxing, downward facing dog. Full cycles of breath. Now you can walk your feet forward or jump your feet forward. Back to Uttanasana. Keep bending your knees. Back to the chair pose. Very nice. Palms back to the heart. Then back to Samasthiti. Close your eyes. Back to mountain pose. We're going to do just one more consolidation. See, with a different emphasis, maybe on some arm balances. Okay, hope you're all following along. If you need a resting break, you can take the child's pose. Just close your eyes. Focused. How focused you are. You can do. Place your right hand, actually left hand on the tummy, right hand on your heart center. The same as before. Just notice your breath. Notice how fast you're breathing. Calm down. Relax your breath. Relax your heartbeat. Notice this coronavirus it attacks the most weakest immune systems, and the terrible thing is it attacks the respiratory system. That's the hard part. That's why the yoga helps. The breathing, the pranayama really helps. The integrated breath in the yoga practice really helps. Your immune system will be more strong. Your respiratory system even more stronger. So even if you get in touch, contact the potential sources, you have resistance to keep it off your body. But in all precautions, we try to not even get in contact. Okay, palms back to the heart center. Back to chair pose. Uttanasana. Lift your toes and complete Uttanasana. Forward bend. Both palms on the mat. You can jump your feet back and walk your feet back. Into Palakasana, forward plank here. Now we're going to switch into the side plank. So in order to do that, keep your weight on the right palm and then keep your left leg on top of the right as you extend your left arm up to the sky. If this is too challenging, you can also keep the one foot in front of the other. If that is also too challenging, you can keep the one knee bent, like a tripod stance. If you lose balance, always smile and come back. So eventually, the side plank is supposed to be extending both legs. The weight is on one leg and one arm only, as you keep the spine and the legs, hips in one straight line. Keep breathing. You can spread your fingers so that the body weight is not just on the wrist. Entire weight is shifts all the way to the fingertips, the entire palm. As you lift, keep lifting your both hips high. Extend your left arm forward. You can also do variations. Advanced students can also bend the top leg. Hold on to the big toe. Extend the leg up. You can do lots of variations, even in the side plank. And back to the regular plank. And take a child's pose before we switch to the other side. Put it on the mat, relax your shoulders. Back to plank. Spine and legs in a straight line. Now we're going to do side plank on the left side. Shift the weight to the left palm. Stack your leg, right leg on top of the left. As we extend your right arm up, feel free to make variations like I showed you last time. If this is too challenging, keep your spine and the legs in a straight line. You can also extend the right arm forward. Spread your fingers of your left palm. Entire weight is distributed to the entire palm. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. You can join your, like fold your right legs. If your advanced students can go one step ahead, hold on to the big toe and kick the leg up. But do not collapse your hips down. Keep your hips as high as they are. Back to the plank. And we take the child's pose before we do a couple more arm balances. Take the child's pose. Hopefully you're all along with me. And if you're not able to follow everything, just do the best you can. That's all it matters. Okay, from here, we'll do a couple more arm balances. From here, we're going to come into downward facing dog. 4 cycles of breath. Remember, we're focusing on the quality of the pose rather than the quantity. So, also, we're not trying to find shortcuts, trying to do straight approach to emphasize on the quality of the pose. Slowly lift the right leg up to the sky. Open up your right hip. Like you side kicking your motorcycle, just pivoting, lifting, opening up your right hip. The weight is on one leg, left leg, and left arm only. Slowly ease up the weight on the right hand. Free up your right hand. And then pivot on the ball of the standing leg. Pivot on the ball of the foot as you flip over. As you allow the right leg touch the ground, keep pushing your hips high. No weight on the right leg touching the mat or the floor. Keep lifting your hips, arching your spine. Weight is on one leg and one arm only. Wild thing. Gently, just only the big toe of the right leg touches the mat or the ground. But there's no weight on that right leg. More importantly, the left leg is straight. Keep rotate your hips, rotate your heart center, opening up, arching behind, arching back, and the wild thing. You steadily balanced on one leg and one arm. You feel the freedom in this pose. And take the right leg back up, back to the three leg down dog, and then lower the right leg down. If you'd like to take a child's pose before we do the other side, feel free to take a child's. Hopefully the music is relaxing and soothing as we practice in this extensive, energetic sequence. I completely am aware of how much our class audience, or class students, HTGC yoga class students, how diverse we are, including the age, range of the age, the ratio of the men and the women, ratio of the races. We are like the mini United Nations. So I am always aware if you need to make adjustments based on your conditions of the body and the mind, feel free to make those adjustments. It's a unique strength we all have. We can rely upon each other's strengths as a community. Okay, back to the down dog. Full cycles of breath. As you keep your weight on the right leg and the right palm, slowly lift the left leg up, back to the three leg down dog. And then open up your left hip, bend the left knee, like you're side kicking the motorcycle stand. Look underneath your left armpit. Weight is on the right leg and the right palm. And then slowly pivot on the standing leg. Slowly flip over. Allow the left leg touch the mat. Keep the right leg straight as you push your hips high. Weight is on one leg and one arm. No weight on the left leg, big toe touching the mat. Push your hips high. Inhale, exhale. Open your heart center, open your hips, deepening the back bend. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. And kick the leg back up, back to three leg down dog, and back to down dog. And take a child's pose, resting pose one last time. I'm not sure if all of our students joined the class today, but if Jagdish joined the class, I know he would enjoy this song. Full cycles of breath. So we did a couple of arm balances. Now we're going to do a focus as you come back to down dog. Also, we will focus on, just like we did one arm balances, we will also do one leg balances. Back to the downward facing dog. Lift your tailbone high, press your heels down, and you can jump your feet forward and walk your feet forward. After those couple of arm balances, we will do one leg balancing poses. Back to the Uttanasana here, chair pose. Before we stand up, let's do a deep forward bend. This is really helpful to strengthen our upper bodies. Just you can slide your fingers underneath your feet. As you keep your chest on your thighs, keep the engage in the front, the chest on your thighs, touching your thighs. As you bring the forehead down, feel free to bend your knees. And you can relax your both palms out. See if you can slide your palms underneath the heels. As you bring your arms behind, slide your fingers underneath the heels. As you keep your chest on your thighs, Your knees are bent at the moment, forehead to the knees, but straighten the legs. As you keep the chest on your thighs, straighten the knees if you can. Notice you're going into deep Uttanasana, deep forward bend. The chest is glued to the lower part of the body, forehead to the knees, engage your sacrum, straighten the legs if that's possible. And slowly bend your knees. Come back to normal Uttanasana, back to half Uttanasana, Ardha Uttanasana. Relax your breath. Inhale. Take a moment here, rest in this, even in the half forward bend. Spine and the legs and the top, everything is in a straight line. Slowly come back to chair pose. So that's basically end of that consolidation. Palms to the heart. Arms down. Close your eyes back to Samsiddhi. Notice your breath. Feel free to engage your tummy, the abdominal muscles, and the heart center. As you calm your breath, relax your breath, calm your mind. We do a couple of one-leg down balances, one-leg balancing postures as well. Okay, before we end the standing postures. So let's shift the weight to the left leg. Fold your right knee, keep it on the inside of your left thigh into the tree pose. Keep it above the knee or below the knee. If your leg is slipping, keep it below the knee. But the important thing is your hips are open, your knee is pointing to the sideways. Do not keep it to the front. Keep it to the sideways. Weight is on one leg only. If you keep it above the knee, great, or below the knee, you get the same benefits. You can raise your arms into tree pose. Full cycles of breath. You can open your arms like branches of the tree. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Even though we are miles apart as we practice this, think of our roots are connected. Our roots are strong. That's how we develop, we nurture our community, nurture our growth. Full cycles of breath. Palms back to the Anjali Mudra, back to the heart center. Now this time, we're going to switch. Still maintain the balance on the left leg. Hold on to the ankle from inside as we switch to the Nataraja pose, Lord of the Dance pose. You keep maintaining the balance on the left leg. Keep extending the right leg up. Kick the leg up. Your hips are up. The standing leg is supposed to be solid and balanced. Knee is straight toe. Focus on the roots of the leg that's deeply planted in the ground. Not just the surface, just the deep inside. Feel the roots grounding inside in the mat. Nataraja pose. And relax. Very nice. So that's not end of it. So keep balancing on the left leg, palms in Anjali Mudra, and then slowly shift into the warrior three. Shift the weight into the warrior three. You still balance on the left leg. Your hips are in one level. The spine and the right leg in a straight line. Arms extended, head squeezed between both biceps. This is the warrior three. If you like to open up your arms like a flying warrior, you're welcome to do that. Right? You can always do that. While you're here, while you maintain the balance on the left leg, you can also come into Ardha Chandrasana. Left arm down, right arm up. Maintain the balance. So that's the whole suite of all the leg balance, one leg balancing postures. Right? More importantly, maintain the stability. If you lose balance, smile and come back. Palms to the heart. And slowly stand up. Okay, so hopefully you maintain the balance on one leg throughout. Right leg down. Relax. Shake your left leg. Shake your left leg. Shift the weight to the right leg. Fold your left knee. Keep it above the knee or below the knee. If your leg is slipping, keep it below the knee, but importantly, the knee is pointing sideways. If your leg is slipping, my leg is always slips. Maybe the fabric, whatever this is, but keep it below the knee. Don't keep it on the knee. Palms to the Anjali Mudra. Slowly raise your arms up into the tree pose. Open up your arms like the branches of the tree. Very nice. You maintain the balance, stability. If you like to still continue to maintain the balance here, arms into Anjali Mudra, back to the heart center. Now this time, we switch into the Natarajasana. Still maintain the balance on the standing leg. Hold on to the ankle, the back leg. You can extend the right arm. Kick the left leg back. Maintain the balance into the Natarajasana. Look to the front. Stability in the pose. Focus on the present, on the moment, the action. You feel the equilibrium even in this pose, the push and the pull and the push. We get twisted and distracted in many directions. This is the pose that helps you to stabilize in the multi-dimensional world. Full seconds breath. Slowly come back. Still maintain the balance on the standing leg, palms in Anjali Mudra. Slowly shift, kick the leg back as you come into warrior three. Hips are in one level. The leg that you're extending behind is engaged. You can open up your arms like you're flying warrior if you like. If you lose balance, always smile, come back. And here we can go into Ardha Chandrasana. You can use a block, still maintain the balance on the standing leg, no weight on the hand touching the block. Engage the leg, both arms extended. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. So we can also do reverse half moon pose if you like, right? That's just a choice. So back to the one leg standing pose, back to the standing leg. I hope you maintain the balance on one leg. Yeah, I tried my best. Lower the leg down. Back to mountain pose. Close your eyes. Samasthiti. You can engage your heart center, engage your navel area, abdominal muscles as you deep breathe. Yogic breathing always starts from the belly as you inhale, as you exhale. That gives you lungs to expand to the fullest. Yeah, we don't even use our lungs to the fullest capacity, right? Most of the people use 30% of the lung capacity. So here we develop using the more and more capacity of the lungs as you do the integrated breath. So that concludes some standing postures, arms into Anjali Mudra. So let's slowly settle down. Some back bending postures. So here, I may ask Rama to come forward and demonstrate one or two postures in the back bending postures, even more deeper back bending poses. Rama says no, she's waving her hand. So go down the mat. Extend your arms like flying. So let's begin with the one back bend. It's called sometimes we call it skydiving pose, but it's a Shalabhasana basically. Shalabhasana, locust pose. What happened to the music?
The text, it said turn up the music. It's not translating.
Okay.
Cutting in and out.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Pravalika, for the feedback. I'm turning the music off. It's going in and out. Okay, so slowly adjusting into the Shalabhasana, into the locust. Just completely lift up like skydiving. Why only the belly button is on the mat? Point your toes, shoulders away, arch your spine, lift your heart, lift your pelvis, lift your hips, everything up except your belly button on the mat. Look to the right side and look to the left side. Deep inhale, deep exhale. Interlock your hands behind as you interlace your hands, as you extend your elbows, as you bring your shoulder blades together into the Shalabhasana here. Point your toes. Deep inhalations, deep exhalations. And slowly release. Okay, rest in this pose. Extend your legs. Turn your head to one side. It's a Makarasana, kind of like you make a pillow with your both palms. Turn your head to one side. Your temple is on one. Turning your one head on one side, resting on your palms. You keep your legs away and then tuck your toes, tuck your heels in, toes out. Your heels are touching the mat. Spread your legs as wide as you need to. Okay, let's do, this time we will do the Ardha Shalvasana, or half locust. You can keep your legs together. Rama, you want to show this pose? Okay, so Rama is going to demonstrate the half locust. Yes, going to guide, but she doesn't need the guidance. So here, so keep the both elbows on the mat, palms facing down, rolling on one side, so we can keep both arms right next to each other, palms right next to each other. So shift the weight to the both elbows. Chin on the mat, you kiss the mat if you need to. Keep your both legs straight. And then use your back strength as you lift your legs up. As high as you can go. Beautiful. Keep your legs a little more higher. Chest on the mat, chin on the mat. Just your weight is on just lifting your strength of your lower back muscles. Very nice. Slowly lower the legs down. So notice how high she's lifting the legs high. Sometimes it takes a lot of practice to lift the legs high. And yeah, we got to do it practice every time. Thank you, Ram. Okay, so that's the second back bend. Okay, lie down in the Makarasana one more time. Turn your head to the opposite side. Okay, next one. Probably we will do Dhanurasana here. So we can do half Dhanurasana depending on the time, or we can just go straight into the Dhanurasana. Okay, so I'm not sure if, let me check the time. You can go straight into the Dhanurasana or half Dhanurasana. Okay, we'll go straight into the Dhanurasana. Bend your both knees. You can hold on to the ankles. Knees are closer to each other. Use your arms like strings attached in both ends of the bow and kick your legs up into the full bow pose, Dhanurasana. Use your back strength, just kick your legs high and keep breathing. Once you're in the deep Dhanurasana, keep breathing. Slow, deep inhale, slow, deep exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, and release. Makarasana again. That. But you could do lots of variations even in the Makarasana. Rather than keeping the heels in, toes out, maybe you may want to keep the toes in, heels out. You can try that too. So whatever is relaxing to you, you can do that. When you do the toes in, heels out, you can keep the legs a little bit closer, almost closing, and then toes in, heels out. You can turn your head to both sides and see which one is more relaxing. Okay, finally, we did the Dhanurasana. Maybe we'll do camel, and then we switch to the inversions. Come into on your knees, place your hands behind, toes turned, curling down, place your hands behind, push into the imaginary wall in the front as you arch back, lift your heart. When you do this camel, imagine you're doing it against a wall. Your thighs, your pelvis, your hips are glued into the wall. As you push into the wall, as you deepen the back bend, you can go straight into the camel. So slowly, or you can do half camel. Just lifting one hand at a time. Just reach for the heel, but not falling back, leaning back. Just do one hand only. Half camel. Make sure the hips and thighs are glued into the wall as you're deepening the back bend. Notice your toes are curling down, heels are higher than the toes. But advanced students can also keep the ankles on the mat. Half camel. This is just a half camel pose. And slowly switch to the other half. Place your hands, push your hips. As you lift your right hand up, actually the other hand goes to the left heel. Keep pushing into the wall, lifting your heart, opening your throat, and place your hands behind. That's the half camel on the other side. Let's do the full camel if you like. Do a full camel, but don't fall back, don't lean back. So reach for both heels with fingertips, but keep pushing into the wall in the front. Don't fall back, lean back. Keep pushing into the imaginary wall in the front. Full camel pose. No weight on the heels at all. Slowly come back to the neutral. Let's take a child's pose. Before we do the inversions. Put it down, man. Enjoy the child's pose here. Widen your knees as wide as you need to. Press your heels, or separate your heels and push your hips down between your knees. And use your hands, just pushing your hips down if you like to. So we're going to turn over and then do the inversions. Roll over and your spine on the mat. Knees are pointing up, entire spine touching the mat. Your feet are close to your hips. Notice your entire spine resting on the mat here, almost like Shivana and the pranayama. Full cycles of breath, close your eyes, deep inhalations, deep exhalations, as we prepare to go into the inversions. So the first inversion we will do is the half wheel, sometimes called bridge, Setu Bandhasana. We may not go into the full extended bridge. We do a semi-bridge, kind of a semi-bridge. So slowly lift your hips high, no weight on the neck and the head. That's the important part. Lift your hips high, bring your shoulder blades together, support the bridge with your elbows underneath, like pillars underneath the bridge. Push your hips high, no weight shifts to the neck and the head. Inhaling, exhaling. Try to lift your heart center. Try to lift your chest into the chin. That neck is flat on the mat, no weight shifts to the neck. Weight is on shoulders and maybe some weight on your elbows underneath the bridge. Lift your hips high, lift your heart center towards the chin. Inhaling, exhaling. You can also lift one leg up, pointing the toes up, and then lower that leg down and lift the other leg up. Straightening this leg, entire leg, completely inhale. Exhale, slowly lower the hips down. And then hug your knees to the chest. Massage your spine sideways. Let's do a couple more inversions. This time we will do full wheel, Chakrasana. If anyone do not want to do full wheel, you can repeat the half wheel. The kind of like a semi-bridge we did. We did not do extended bridge. When Swami Adhyamananda comes to the temple, he makes us do the extended bridge, and it's really challenging for us. Really, as we get older, it's even more challenging, the extended bridge. But let's do the best we can. Let's do the Chakrasana. Both feet on the mat, palms on the mat, elbows facing up, fingers turning towards your feet. So make sure you have a good grip underneath your palms, underneath your feet, and push your hips high. Slowly push the mat with your both palms towards the mat as you lift your entire body up into the full wheel. And once you're on the full wheel, make sure your elbows are straight. Elbows are not bent, straight. That's the extended full wheel. If you like to take a tiny little step with your feet towards the head, you can go deeper in this breath. Full cycles of breath. Look down. Look the world upside down. Deep inhale. Deep exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Lower the hips down. And rest in the Shivana and the Pranayama again. Still keep the knees pointing to the ceiling. Feet close to your hips. Arms facing around. You can, if you like to go deeper, relaxing pose, you can hug your knees to the chest, massage your spine, roll your body sideways. Lots of variation, whatever makes sense to you. Just relaxing the entire spine. Okay, so that's a couple of inversions. Maybe we'll do shoulder stand if anyone likes to do. Otherwise, we just do the legs up the wall. Your choice. When you do the legs up the wall, entire spine is on the mat, legs are perpendicular to the body, like just along the wall. Imagine you're lifting the ceiling with your feet. The legs are straight up. If you like to go into shoulder stand, as you lift your hips high, try to keep the spine and the legs in a straight line. Support your back with your both hands as you go straight in a straight line right above the shoulders, not on the neck, not on the head. So try to roll on your shoulders if that's what you like to do next. Just lift your hips high first of all, and then support the back. Just straighten the spine and the legs right above the shoulders. No weight on the neck and no weight on the head. Point your toes. Try to shoot for one single straight line right above the shoulders. This is a great inversion, Queen of Asanas. Full cycles of breath. Allow the blood circulation in reverse flow. And luckily, in all these inversions, the gravity helps you to circulate the blood. So there's not much strain on your heart. As it pumps a lot of blood, our brain takes significant amount of oxygen and blood supply. So these inversions really help to sanitize, to keep emotionally calm, the brain active, the neural system in our body gets revitalized. Just like the respiratory system, the neural system, it's a huge impact in these critical times. So it's important to take care of our emotional side of it. So slowly lower the legs on the other side of the head. As you come back, come into the Halasana. Try to keep your legs on the mat around the floor. Interlock your hands behind. As you can touch the ground if you can, straighten the legs. Halasana. I don't know if I'm in the camera view, but you know what I'm talking about. When you're in the Halasana, when your feet are touching the mat, you can straighten the legs. Interlock your hands behind so that there's no weight on the neck. Okay, that's a supportive safety mechanism as you interlock your hands behind. And slowly kick the legs high back to the shoulder stand. Spine and the legs in a straight line, right above the shoulders, and lower the spine. Lower the spine, one vertebrae at a time. Slowly take your time. Entire spine comes back to the neutral. Entire spine, including your hips, including your tailbone. And once your entire spine touches the mat, Just use your core strength to lower the legs down. That's it. Then we will do one counter pose for the inversions. Take a Shavasana after that. So to do the counter pose, place your palms facing down, lift your hips, slide your palms underneath the hips, rest your hips on your palms, extend your legs. Now shift your weight onto the elbows. Keep the lower body on the mat. Just arch your upper body like a fist diving backwards. That's why this is Vatshyasana, right? So to open up your throat. The goal is to open up your throat muscles because we were crunching the throat in those shoulder stands and many of those inversions. So this opens up, this counter pose helps you open up your throat muscle. No weight on the head. If your head touches the mat, it's great. Actually, that's what we all aim for. But if your head is hanging in the air, eventually try to bring it closer to the ground, but no weight sticks to the head. Your weight is on the elbows only. As you open your heart, open your throat, no weight sticks to the head. And then relax the entire body down. Now prepare to come into Shavasana. Heels in, toes out, palms facing up as you close your eyes. Full cycles of breath as you surrender to the ground. So now that I may not be speaking as much, but I will give you some guidance and then maybe turn on the music. Not sure if the music is breaking, I'm not sure at all. But thank you, Pravalika, for the feedback. So heels in, toes out, palms facing up. Just surrender to the ground. As you inhale, the belly rises up. As we exhale, the belly falls down. As you melt into the ground, relax every part, every muscle, every tissue in your body in this Shavasana. Pretend like your dead body, motionless, still in your body, and eventually you would like to focus on your mind, and you still your mind as well. But the dead body doesn't think anymore, right? So the only thing that we are doing is only breathing. Deep respiration, inhaling, exhaling. Other than that, pretend like you're a dead body. No motion, completely still in your body and your mind. In the process, every muscle, every tissue, every bone, every joint, including in the bone marrow, relaxes in Shavasana. We'll do one more unwinding pose. Hug your knees to the chest. Both knees to the chest. Completely hug your knees like you did in the Power Mutasana. So this time we're going to wrap both knees around with the left hand. Touch your hip, thighs touching your chest. Hug your knees. Give yourself a really tight hug, but only with one hand. Both knees hugging, wrapped around inside your left hand. Make sure your thighs are touching the chest. Now with the support of your left hand, as you keep hugging your both knees to the chest, see you can pin both knees down to the left side as we extend your right arm, as we turn your head to the right side. Notice how easy this is now, keeping both shoulders on the mat, because you're pinning both knees to the chest, hugging both knees to the chest, and then also pinning both knees to the ground with support of your left hand, wrapping around it. Naturally, your shoulders are relaxed and you turn your head to the right side and you're deepening the twist. It's not like at the beginning we did this pose, its body was very tight, now it's very relaxed. as you hug your knees to the chest. Come back to the center. This time we're going to switch. Hold on. Hug your knees to, wrapping your right arm around it. Both knees. Wrapping your right arm around it. Pin your knees. Hug your knees to the chest. And then with support of your right hand, pin both knees down to the right side. As you extend your left arm, turn your head to the left side. So emphasis is on the hugging the knees to the chest as you pin your both knees to the ground. So a lot of times we don't hug the knees properly, so we make it unnecessarily complex. So hug your knees to the chest, pin your both knees down, both shoulders down, turn your head to one side. As you're deepening, unwinding. And back to the center. The last one may be like a happy baby pose, hold on to the big toe. So keep your tailbone down, that's the important part. As you massage your spine sideways, rock your body sideways. The happy baby pose, Anand Balasana. Just like your baby in the crib. Keep your tailbone down as you massage your spine. So finally, after that, we can hug you both knees to the right side or left side. Only precaution is anyone has a low BP, low blood pressure, it's recommended to roll to the left. Anyone has a normal BP or higher BP, normal, others just roll to the right. Like a happy, baby in the mother's womb, like a fetal pose. And with support of one hand, slowly sit up. So we're almost coming to the end of the class. Let's check maybe we end it with a pranayama and the meditation. You can sit in cross-legged, or you can also sit in Vajrasana. I prefer Vajrasana. It's much easier. No pain on the knees at all. Make sure your hips are, sitting between the heels. That's the important part. So we do 3 pranayams. The pranayams are more important than the actual asanas we did to fight the coronavirus. So just hold. Let's do the Kapalabhati. Passive inhales, active exhales. It improves your lung capacity. Anyone has a low immunity, it improves your immunity. If anyone's immunity is compromised, it will help you strengthen. Just slowly, deep inhale as the belly rises up, like ballooning the belly. Passive inhale. But sudden, strong exhales as you pull the abdominal muscles in, as you exhale through the nose, sudden, strong exhales. Only focus on exhales, and inhales naturally happen in between. You don't need to even worry about how I'm inhaling. It happens, right? When there's no more air inside your lungs, naturally the air gets into the lungs. So it happens naturally, passively. Only focus on exhaling strongly. In the process, it removes any toxins, any virus, anything that gets into your lungs. So passive inhales, active exhales. Only focus on exhales. You suck the belly in suddenly, strongly, and relax your shoulder muscles. Don't rock your body. Don't lift your shoulders. Don't move your body. Just focus is only on your belly. You're exhaling through both nostrils and passive inhales. If you're running out of breath, you notice the shortness in your breath, relax. But eventually, as you practice every day, you would not feel shortness in your breath. You can go along as long as you need to.
Okay, let's do the second round. Same thing. Bastrika, passive inhales, active exhale. Second round. Relax. So next breathing technique is Bastrika. It's both active inhales, active exhales. Anyone, word of caution, anyone has a high BP, you may not want to do too fast. You may not even want to do Bastrika, just do the previous one, just the passive inhales, active exhales. Anyone has high BP. Others all can go full speed and both active inhales, active exhales. Full speed, but entire body is relaxed. Don't move your body, rock your body, lift your shoulders, or anything. Work is only happening in your abdominal muscles, allowing your lungs to fullest capacity. Inhaling, exhale, active. If you notice your sharpness in your breath, relax. Calm your mind, calm your body. Take a pause before we do the second round. When you come to pause, your normal breathing. Second round, Bastrika. Active inhales, active exhales. Go at your own pace. Notice your abdominal muscle gets tired eventually. And the proper technique allows you, improves your respiratory system. So let's do the third one, Anuloma Viloma. You can use your right hand, fold your two index fingers, place them at the root of the thumb, and then close the right nostril with the right thumb, and then inhale through the left nostril. So notice we're beginning with inhaling through the left. So when we end this pranayama, we also exhale through the left and we end the pranayama. So inhale through the left nostril, close the left nostril with ring finger, close both nostrils, hold the breath. As long as you can hold the breath, and eventually when you have an urge to exhale, then open the right nostril. Keep closing the left nostril. Just exhale through the right. After the exhale, pause, empty lungs, and prepare to do inhale through the right nostril. Close both nostrils, hold the breath, full lungs. When you're ready to exhale, open the left nostril, exhale to the left. After the exhale, pause. Prepare to do inhale through the left nostril. Close both nostrils, hold the breath. Open the right nostril, exhale to the right. So go at your own pace, alternatively inhaling through one, exhaling through the opposite. And you switch direction every time at your own pace. You hold the breath twice as long as inhales. And you exhale twice as long as inhales, and you hold the breath twice as long as exhales. That's the normal ratio, but you can adjust what works for you. Notice your exhales are twice as long as inhales. So you're going at a relaxed pace when you exhale. And you inhale through the opposite every time you change direction. So after exhaling through the left nostril, you can relax. Sometimes we have congestion in your nose. You may not be able to breathe through on both sides. Sometimes, let's say you have the left side of the nostril is blocked. You can only through inhale and exhale through the right nostril. You could do that. And the same way the other side. Let's say your right side is congested. You can inhale and exhale through the left side only. So those, in fact, there are two different techniques. And those are called Surya Bedi and Chandra Bedi. So it's just a variation of the alternate nostril breathing. So you can do only inhale through the right. Actually, slight variation in the Chandra Bedi, Surya Bedi. You inhale through, let's begin. Let's use the same thing. So let's say you begin with the left nostril, right? Close the right nostril, inhale through the left. Close both nostrils like you did in the Anuloma Viloma. And then exhale through the right. So just like unlike in Anuloma Viloma, we don't inhale through the right nostril now. Just close the right nostril again. So same side, you go back to open the left nostril, inhale through the left. Close both nostrils. You exhale through the right. And then close the right nostril. Inhale through the left. Close both nostrils. Exhale through the right. So notice we're only doing one direction. And that helps you when you have a congestion in your nose. You can do that. That's the Chandra Bedi. And then you can do the opposite side. And then that becomes a Surya Bedi. So you can try that too, opposite side. So you inhale through the right. Close both nostrils, hold the breath. And you exhale through the left. And then you close the left nostril again and inhale through the right only. Close both nostrils. You exhale through the left. See how many permutations and combinations you can do. That simple alternate nostril breathing. So those are different techniques. So with that, you can practice on your own, at your own pace. When you could do 2-3 times a day these pranayams, morning time, evening time. And lastly, we end the class with meditation. And I think we almost time is up. Palms to the heart center. Close your eyes. Take a slow, deep inhale, full belly. On your exhale, chant the mantra Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace within me, peace in the surroundings, peace in the universe. Thank you all for joining today in our first HTGC yoga class online. And prepare to look for the announcements for the next classes. Sabha will teach online class on Monday evening. So look for the announcements and the link where you can dial in. Thank you all for joining again and have a good weekend. Take care of yourself, stay safe, stay healthy. Namaste. Thank you.